What's going on, fellows? This is Sir Stunmuffin, Leader of Affliction, and today we're going to have a little bit of a war recap. Now, the last war, uh, our fourth win, was actually wiped by the maintenance update, so do not have a recap for that. But let's go ahead and look at the clan. 5-0 now. We have the return of Killer Cool, who is still a TH8, but that's alright. So that's Killer Cool. He is obviously back as a co-leader. We just kind of talked, and he was about done with Vivalicious, and now he's here. So that's a big asset for us. In addition, he brought along Reza with him. Here you go, Reza. Now I'm gonna link or try and find the link to one of his replays. He was featured on Gaddy HH's YouTube channel, if you don't know who that is. And he's a bit of a monster now, I won't lie. So, pretty solid troops. Looks like he's about a low Town Hall 9 in terms of defenses. He's actually starting to get some level 10 walls. I think he's about ready. Maybe once he gets 15-15 to start really upgrading, especially the air defenses. Get some of his defenses up. We also have, let's see, I believe we talked about Jim, but if you didn't know, Jim is back as well. He's doing all right. He's a bit of a hog attacker now, so that's good. And let's see, we also have the return of Beyond, who I don't see being in war, but if you don't know who that was, his other name was Mai Fung, and he was in the clan when it first started. Now I want to say I haven't shouted the two of those out, but I can't remember. So we're gonna go ahead and give a bunch of clan shout outs here. I think my nom is Brad, was actually in the clan before. He's a new Town Hall, or he's a max Town Hall 8 defense now. Just got that today, I believe. Fairly average DE troops. He's got level 4 hogs though, and that's what's the most important. But let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, like I said, in the last war, we won against Tilly City. Replays are white, but you can see I had a Surgical Hog 3-star on number 1. We had a couple of 2-stars. Not exactly great on that. We had a 99% 2-star. We also got 3-star there. So solid war from Alejandro. Looks like Liam, I think that was a Town Hall 8. Both those are Town Hall 8s. So really need to work on hitting Town Hall 9s, in my opinion. I was only 3-star in this war. Just show you the base real quick on it. Fairly easy Surgical Hog. I actually raged my kill squad, and I wish I could have showed that, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Kind of failed on this base. And this one was a Town Hall 9 from Alejandro. Pretty big attack, and just about finished out the war. Now, this last war was a bit of a thriller. We obviously won by destruction percentage, which is pretty crazy. We'll go ahead and show what they did to ours. Basically, 2-starred out of our Town Hall 9s, 3-starred out of Town Hall 8s. We 2-starred their Town Hall 10s, and we 2-starred 2 of the Town Hall 9s and 3-starred the other Town Hall 9. Now, I think these 3 are Town Hall 7s, but we're going to go ahead and show, first replay, Alejandro and his attack on number 4. Now, if we would have 3-starred out of these Town Hall 9s, I probably would have showed or made a how-to logo wipe, because these bases are pretty much 100% logo wipe bases. So we're going to speed this up just a little, kind of fast forward. Basically just baiting the CC, getting ready to kill it. Now, he drops his poison spell, which I feel like he probably waited a bit, but you want to make sure. Some people say, well, save your poison spell or change spell. When you use a poison spell on a loon, loons can do a lot of damage to your golems, and so using a poison spell on that and the dragon allows your golems to be able to not waste so much tanking on the CC. And especially by how long usually it takes people to deploy their troops, you want to try and keep those golems a little bit more alive, especially for the core. So the basic notion of this attack is to get to the core of the base where there are 4 air defenses. He has centralized all of his air defenses. That's usually in a anti-dragon, Town Hall 9, attack. I don't see the point in that whatsoever. The other attack that is used on those kinds of bases is the Holo Wee Wee, but you don't see that as much now. So basically, he took out the air defense, then brings in some back-end loons, and it's about a done deal. Pretty easy base, kind of a lowerish level, but it was a pretty solid 3-star, and it was big in the end because we really needed that. So that's about wrapping that one up. Pretty standard though, like I said. Now, the next replay I want to show is going to be a 2-star. This one's from me, and the reason I want to show this is because it's kind of showing really the importance of a high percentage 2-star on Town Hall 10s. Most clans aren't going to be able to 3-star anti-3-star Town Hall 9 bases, so it's very important to get the 2-stars on the Town Hall 10s, especially for me. Now, I went for a 3-star on the other Town Hall 10. It didn't work out. So, it was probably a little overambitious, but then Danny had a great attack to kind of finish that out. Now, I'm not going to show that attack because he didn't get as high of a percentage. But regardless, we needed a 2-star on that base. Now, this golem here, I always forget my CC golems, really. If I would have dropped them earlier, they probably would have helped. But basically, I'm trying to just get in the core. I bring a low-go Wee Wipe so that my witches can help with the single Inferno towers. And then I also notice that some of the defenses on the outside were easily susceptible to 1 or 2 loons. This allows my troops to add up percentage, and that was really important in this war, especially by the amount of percentage that it really came down to. It was about a plus 1.6, I believe, something like that. So it was very important that I get that extra percentage. And as you can see here, probably if I would have brought that golem a little bit earlier, might have kept my troops up a little more, might have been able to even 3-star this base. But I just went for the 2-star. Like I say, better safe than sorry. But that's just kind of exposing the base for its weaknesses. Seeing those outer defenses. If it was a Town Hall 9, I believe this is a forum base. They just made it into a Town Hall 10. But for the Town Hall 9 version, it's kind of an easy surgical hog attack. So let's see. We had another kind of high percentage 2-star. Now I'm going to show this 2-star because it was an easy logo wipe, and I'm not necessarily trying to shame Alejandro. He did very well with his first attack. However, the second attack, I don't think he posted a sketch plan. Now, I want you to notice the angle of entry, and I want to talk about this. I'll probably make a video on how to logo wipe or how to go wipe, the fundamentals of it, because it's still useful in certain cases. You need to be able to know what to do. But if you look at this angle here, he's kind of coming on a corner side-ish area. On this base, you want to go for a side entry. Now, I've talked about this in several of my videos, but I just want to reiterate again the importance of it. You want to make sure that now he does take out the core, which is good, but you want to make sure that if you're really trying to get to the core, that you enter from a side instead of a corner. Because if you notice on mine, my troops kind of spread out just a little bit before they got to the core, and the golems will split. That's basically the notion behind that. Now he does get a high percentage 2-star, which is good, but if he would have brought his troops more into the core, I feel like he would have been able to get a 3-star for sure. You want to make sure to take out the air D, which he did. However, you want to make sure to kind of support your troops. Now I just want to show you kind of what I would have done. So if you can see my arrow, I would have entered in here from this bottom left angle. You're going to take out the air D easily. There's no X-bows or anything. And then you can drop 2 here, 2 loons here, 2 loons here, and 2 loons here. This is going to push your troops from the bottom left to the top right because they're going to go to a closer defense. And that's extremely important, and if he would have done that, he probably would have 3-starred. He kind of went around in a circle-ish, didn't really target the archer towers, didn't get enough of the outer defenses when he entered with his troops. He kind of got like this little patch, maybe a little bit of this, but if he would have came in here, he probably could have gone straight through the base, just because he would have overpowered the base. Now, he also brought 12 loons, which, I don't know how useful that actually was. That's alright. So this next one is a Town Hall 8 3-star. Both of these attacks are cleanup attacks, but Killer does a great job on both of them. You're going to notice here, quick hog bait. I'm going to speed this up a little. Now, he still hesitates just a little bit, kind of with killing the CC. Now he brings a 3 or 4 kind of a little bit of a spam with barbs followed by whiz to kill the CC. That's probably the easiest way, or kind of the oldest trick in the book. Then he drops his hogs 2 finger. I want to say this is kind of similar to the other base that he attacked, but you can see here that he kind of has an idea where some of the giant bombs are. I believe there's a giant bomb here. Yep, at the bottom right. But he has plenty of troops to finish it out. And that's very important. You want to make sure, and I think Jim double 1-starred, I think on this base, because he didn't have enough hogs for his cleanup, and I want to say a giant bomb kind of killed a lot of them. But you can notice here, 36 hogs. That's very important because hogs are the fastest cleanup troop. But you want to use whiz to get to the areas where it would take a long time for your hogs. Whiz are like an accessory or kind of an add-on to cleaning up for your hogs. Now we're going to show the other attack that he had, and then that will about wrap this video up. I'll probably show kind of the stats. But you can notice here, pretty much the same composition, easy CC bait with 1 barb. A little bit of a hesitation here. Kind of needs to make sure to speed that up, because those few seconds, especially on Town Hall 9, that can be a difference between a 3-star and a 1-star or a 2-star. So you want to make sure there's really no hesitation. You know exactly how you want to do it. Now, I'm going to pause here for a sec. Right here where my cursor is, there's a giant bomb. So he basically passed around the giant bomb. Now, his hogs do actually hit the GB, but it was a good attempt. Now, I also think that Jim tried to focus his heals on both of his groups of hogs, when in fact, only some of his hogs went in a certain direction, not all of them. So, Killer does a good job here and makes sure to realize that most of his hogs went to the bottom area, and he can focus on those hogs down there. Now, just part of the base when it's like this is your hogs are probably going to split up. So you need to be able to see well enough to where you can figure out which group of hogs you need to heal. Because it's better to focus on the larger group of hogs than try to waste a heal on your smaller group just to keep them alive. So you can notice here kind of the whiz and how he uses that to help clean up. And that about wraps this replay up. Town Hall 8 Hogs is probably pretty overpowered. However, these guys brought the Drag Lightning Quake attack. I don't want to show it because I don't want to show our bases. But basically what they do is you drop 2 lightnings and a earthquake spell, and with kind of the earthquake spell boost, and I think the increase to the lightning spells, you can actually take out an air D. I think level 6 air D with level 2 earthquake and level 2 level 5 lightnings. That allows you to bring a rage spell, and that pretty much can take out any dragon base. So if you're trying to use dragons, I would highly recommend bringing an earth or unlocking the earthquake spells. So you can kind of see we had 4 Town Hall 9. Arctic struggled a little bit. Killer had a great war. Alejandro did well. He didn't 3-star number 5 like I think he could have, but a high percentage 2-star still got the job done. Jim had some high percentage attacks as well. I think he was off by a few seconds on that 97%. Envy did alright too, but that's actually on a Town Hall 7. And then I hit 2 Town Hall 7s with my mini. Looks like they kind of messed up here. Would that have made a difference? I don't necessarily know. I think he just disconnected. You know, maybe it could have, maybe it couldn't have. This fail and kind of the fails they had on Arctic's base definitely played a role. In the end, though, it came down to our higher percentage attacks than they had, and a lot of their attacks were dragon based. So anyhow, that about wraps this video up. I know it's a bit longer. However, we're kind of getting into war recaps into one. I'm also going to be making a Town Hall 9 what to upgrade first video. I'm looking to hopefully do a how-to video with an attack strategy. Just depends on what strategies we're going to be doing. I'm going to be gone this weekend. I'm going out of town, so we will not be warring this weekend, but you guys are more than welcome. That's at Old Affliction members to kind of visit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is Sir Studmuffin, Leader Affliction, and I'm out.